Future tense. So future tense is used when we want to talk about something that has not happened yet. We're talking about things that we want to happen or things that we predict to happen in the near future. So for future tense, we will use verbs like shall or will as helping verbs, or otherwise known as auxiliary verbs, to help us form the future tense. So much like past tense and present tense, future tense also has its singular forms and its plural forms. So if you're using first person, singular, you will use I will or I shall. Both will and shall are applicable to first person singular. The same thing goes for first person plural. When we use we can use both we will and we shall. But for second person, you are only able to use you will and you will, both for singular and plural. For third person, it's the same thing. You will use he, she, it if it's singular, and you will use they if it's plural, and all of these, he, she, it, and they, you are using it with will. You will use it with will. So examples of sentences that incorporate future tense. Number 1, we shall play a game of chess after lunch. The word shall indicates that it is a suggestion for something to be done in the near future. Or number 6, Dad will be back for dinner. Also suggests that something will happen in the near future. It's like you're anticipating it. And that is why we call it future tense, because it's supposed to happen in the future. So some of the contractions involving future tense are I shall, we shall. But if it's I shall, we will say I apostrophe LL, which means I'll. If it's we shall, we will use we apostrophe LL, which means will. So these are some of the basic contractions, and they help you understand what each contraction is equivalent to. So there are alternative ways of using future tense. So if we're talking about future actions or future happenings, you can also use am, are, or is going to. For example, if you want to eat, you will say, I am going to eat in 20 minutes. Or maybe one of the examples that I gave here for sentence number 5. It is going to get very dark soon. Okay, or is going to get dark very soon. Or maybe like in the second sentence, I'm sure mom and dad are going to be proud of me. So that also explains or it denotes future actions. Because you're saying that it is about to happen, it is going to happen.